about how exact and inexact differential, how exact and inexact differential is working, correct? So when we say exact differential, we took an example, okay? So if it is an exact differential, first thing what happens is this particular thing, dou m by dou y is equal to dou n by dou x. First thing. What is about second about exact differential is when you go from 1 to 2 dt, that is actually equal to t2 minus t1. This can be said about exact differential, okay? And another point is when you go with an exact differential, whichever path you go, it does not matter. Whether you go by path A or whether you go by path B, it does not matter. It is a point function, so it does not matter which path I follow. Correct? That we have proved with examples. We took an example of a quantity R, which can be given as integration of x dy plus y dx. And we integrated along two paths, y is equal to x square and y is equal to 3x minus 2, which connects the same 2 points. It is like connecting 2 points, which is the same thing. And we saw when this particular one was integrated, okay, along y is equal to x square, we got the number as 7. R number, we got it as 7. Okay. Similar way, when we did this integration of dr along those 2 points, okay, we got 7 only. Similar way, when you integrated dr, we saw r1 minus r2. We integrated this dr, and when you integrated, you got 7 only. So whether you go with the difference, whether you go along two paths, and then this was exact. We checked it is exact because dou m by dou y was 1, dou n by dou x was 1. So it's exact. So we proved it actually. Then we took another example and we proved that it is not exact. Okay. So this is what we did. Then we went about temperature. Correct. Now we said zeroth law of thermodynamics, which last time I did not do. When a body A is in thermal equilibrium with the body B and also separately with body C, then bodies B and C are in thermal equilibrium with each other. How to determine? We have seen. We have to take a property. Say a property Y. We have taken a property Y. Correct? So let me reiterate this. So what is happening here? If theta is my property, okay, for a theta is my temperature for a state x1, and theta at state x2 is the temperature at state x2, divided by theta of x at any state in between that, and that is equal to y1 minus y2 divided by y. Now y is a measurable quantity. What is y? Y is a measurable quantity. What could be measurable quantity? Maybe volume, just like what happens with our mercury manometer. You see what is the change in volume with temperature, correct? That can be volume. It can be pressure, correct? It can be pressure. It can be a lot of other things. It can be voltage. It can be resistance, correct? It can be resistance. It can be a number of values, okay? Number of things it can happen, okay? Now, one of the things I have told you students is that we cannot have temperatures below minus 273.15 degrees centigrade. What is this? This is absolute zero. What is this? This is absolute zero. We cannot go below that. Now let us prove that now. Okay. Now how to prove it? Let us see. See, first of all, let us see about ideal gas equation. Briefly, we will see ideal gas equation. We know that. I'm just touching it up. Okay. Ideal gas equation. If you see the ideal gas equation, okay, what is meant by ideal gas equation? When you consider ideal gas equation, any gas is made out of atoms, correct? Lot of atoms. Okay. Now, in an ideal gas, what is happening? In an ideal gas, the atoms, there is no attraction between atoms. Very important. There is no attraction between atoms. And when atoms collide, atoms collide, there is no expense of energy or diffusion of energy. No heat is produced. These are the two things. Or there is no elasticity. It is inelastic collision. Okay, or you can call it inelastic collision. It is inelastic collision. This makes an ideal gas. Fine. So if it is an ideal gas, PV is equal to mRT. What is this R? R is characteristic gas constant. I'll put it as R. Okay. I'll use R bar for what do you say? I'll use R bar for universal gas constant. Okay. So R here, small r, is equal to universal gas constant divided by molecular weight. Universal gas constant by molecular weight. So that way if you do, and if I do that, this m is mass, this is volume. We will go much deeper to this later on. This is absolute temperature, very important. This is absolute temperature. Okay. P is pressure. Okay. Also we can say P is equal to small v is equal to RT, where V is specific volume. Now this is R. For example, R for air would be 8314 joules per kg mole Kelvin divided by molecular weight of air. What is molecular weight of air, students? Can we get it? It's around 29. Okay. When you do that, the answer what is taken is 287 joules per kg Kelvin. See the thing. R of air is 287 joules per kg Kelvin. Very important, because 1 mole of air has 29 kgs. Okay. 1 mole means it has 6.022 into 10 power 22 molecules. That is what Avogadro number of molecules makes 1 mole, is it not? So 1 mole is 29 kg almost. Okay. So these two things has to be understood now. Now this is about ideal gas. Now one more point. This is very, very important one. Where should I write it? Here I'll write. Okay. Important note. Important. Okay. All gases behave as ideal gas at low pressures. When pressure is low, when the pressure is low, all the gases behave like an ideal gas. All the gases behave as an ideal gas. This is one point we have to take into consideration. Then we will go to the temperature. This is just aside actually. Later on I will do ideal gas much more better, because I have to see how specific heat comes there. Okay, how Cp and Cv is coming into picture here. Okay, write this down, students. Any doubts here? You can ask me.
Sir, low pressure, high temperature.
Generally low pressure.
Okay.
Okay, low pressure is enough to say that. Okay, I'm not sure about high temperature. Is it required that it has to be high temperature? I'm not sure.
Once I'll see and can.
Please see it. Low pressure is for sure. Okay. I have some call here. Manoj Kumar ji has called. Why? It was in silence, so I couldn't hear. Yeah, students, tell me. I'm seeing that. Akshay, please help me out in this. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm seeing. 1 second.
No, don't worry, don't worry. We'll see it here only. Okay. Ideal gas. When all gases behave as ideal gas at
Yes, sir. Low pressure and high temperature.
pressures. Gas behaves like ideal gas at higher temperature and lower pressure. Fine. Okay.
Yes.
So why is that? Because as the potential and intermol becomes less significant compared to the particle's kinetic energy. Very important. Okay. See, why is that? Because
Yes.
intermolecular forces becomes much smaller compared to less significant compared to the kinetic energy. Correct? Because that is important. So high temperature, low pressure, and high temperature. But generally, if you take low pressure also, it is enough. Okay. Low pressure, because the number of collisions becomes less. That's it. When you consider low pressures, number of collisions become less, and the kinetic energy becomes very important. Okay, fine. Okay, that's a good thing. Done, students. Have you written it down?
Writing it, sir.
Yeah, please take it down. Don't. No urgency at all.
Sir, unit of molecular weight is in mole.
Unit of molecular weight is kg per mole. Kg per kg mole. Correct. Unit of molecular weight is kg per kg mole.
Okay.
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಇದು ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತು ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಥರ್ಮೋಡೈನಮಿಕ್ಸ್?
ಥರ್ಮೋಡೈನಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಮೂರನೇ ದಿನಪ್ಪ.
ಮೂರನೇ ದಿನ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಸರಿ.
ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದಾಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದಿನ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದು ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದಿನ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್.
ಓಕೆ.
ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೇ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ದಿನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಇದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ದಿನ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ನೀವು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಗಿಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ.
ಅದು ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ.
ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಟರ್ಬುಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ NTPC ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅದು.
ಹೌದೌದು.
ಬಾರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ಬುಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ.
ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್, ನನ್ನ
ಹಾ
done writing, sir.
Done. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay. So now next one. Okay. Very good. Okay. Now once this is done, okay, now let us see about constant volume thermometer. Constant volume thermometer. Now in a constant volume thermometer, if you see, if I want to find out the temperature T, what is constant volume temperature? I will tell you. There will be, say, a bulb like this. There will be bulb, and there will be a place where you will put this into a particular temperature bath. Whatever the temperature bath is there, I'll put it into it. So to measure the temperature, okay, whatever I have to measure the temperature is here. The bulb is placed here. Okay, this is a temperature, say T0 or T. Okay, and then you have the gas over here. Inside this there is a gas. Okay, now what is happening is this gas, whatever is the gas is there in between, its temperature is measured as a way of pressure. So in a constant gas thermometer, I'm sorry, okay, very sorry, okay, Arey Baba, just a second, students, be a bit cautious. You measure using a pressure gauge. You have a pressure gauge and you measure the pressure. And based on that pressure, you decide what should be the thing. Like we have done now, theta at x2, x1 minus theta at x2, correct, divided by theta x, correct, should be equal to y1 minus y2 by x, correct. So now if I want to measure something, we have to write t,
Y
huh, y
divided by
divided by y, correct. So now we will say x1 is boiling point. Let us say x2 is our ice point, and let us keep this y values, okay, these y values, sorry, yeah, we will say that, okay. So theta of x1, let us put theta of x1 as 100 and theta of x2 as 0, okay, we are keeping it like that, okay, which is degree centigrade, we know that, okay. Then y1 is pressure at boiling point, so at boiling point. And then y2 is pressure at ice point, correct. So boiling point, ice point, we know the pressure. By that basis we can always say what is any theta x. So we can always say this theta x, okay, this theta x is equal to, the temperature can be theta x1, correct, which is 100 degrees centigrade, it's okay, minus theta x2, correct, minus theta x2 divided by, we can say this is equal to divided by x2, say we can say here y1 minus y2 into y. Make sense? Correct, students? Now if I say in this fashion, if I go like this, okay, write this down till here. So this can be written as, say, 100 minus 0 if you want to write, okay, or we can write instead of y, I'll put this as theta only, theta of x1 minus theta of x2 divided by, instead of y2 minus y1, I will write this pressure at boiling point, I will say PB, okay, or P steam, I will say P steam, and this is PI, ice point, okay, this is steam point, S stands for steam, okay. So I'll say PS minus PI by any P I record, correct, theta x is this, correct. So let us have it like, or we will say this is equal to theta x1, we will say this is TS, let us make it this way, TS, this we will say TI. So we can change this as, 1 second students, this we can write it as TS minus TI into P. So theta x or T at any, but instead of theta x we will write T, temperature T, okay, at any T, okay. T is equal to, we can say TS minus TI divide PS minus PI into P. Make sense? Make sense, students? Write this down. So it is temperature at steam point minus temperature at ice point divided pressure at steam point minus pressure at ice point multiplied by P, what we measure somewhere else. So if you want to measure T, first take this thermometer, place it in ice, okay, because ice point is reproducible. Do you know, students, why we take ice point and steam point? I will explain you in a moment, okay. I'll explain in a moment why we take ice point, why we take steam point, because this is very, very important.
Sir, could you explain the diagram once again?
This diagram is just like a container here. It's a tube here, okay, and then a measuring tube here like this, okay. Inside this there is gas at low pressures, okay, because at low pressure the temperature is almost it behaves like an ideal gas, Okay, so at this temperature, we see this we put first in ice and see what is the pressure P. When you put in ice, the pressure will be PS. When you put in when you put in steam, when you put it at boiling point, we call the pressure as PS. When you put it at ice point, we put it as PI. Okay, we record that pressure and we put it here. And the temperature we are fixed as 100 degrees centigrade. TS we are fixed as 100 degrees centigrade. TI we are put as 0 degrees centigrade. Into P gives temperature at any point. Make sense? I'll explain it much better in the next slide. Okay.
Got it, sir.
Got it? I have to calm down a bit. Okay, just a second.
Done, sir.
Done. Very good. Now let us see, go further. Let me talk slowly that you'll understand better. Okay. So now again I will tell you. So what we do, we take that thermometer, we put at the boiling point. Why do we put at boiling point? Is because, see, if you consider, say, I am giving heat to a vessel at a constant rate. Okay. Then what happens? Okay. I'll start from here. Okay, from this point. Okay, say this is the temperature. Okay, the temperature, say 25 degrees centigrade or anything. Okay, as you give heat at a constant rate, the temperature increases. But when it goes to the boiling point, it will become constant. It will not increase until all the water is converted into steam. So if you have water plus steam in equilibrium, or it is together, okay, then you can say that water temperature and steam temperature is almost 100 degrees centigrade. Okay, steam is wet steam. Okay, so that is the boiling point, or that is a boiling point which gives the temperature here as 100 degrees centigrade almost. Okay, now same thing happens if you reduce the temperature. When you are removing the heat, it will come down, and afterwards when it is getting frozen, then also it will become straight. So at this straight place, when it is converting into ice and water in equilibrium, that temperature is generally taken as 0 degrees, and afterwards it will reduce. Make sense? So if we are here and if we are here, then it's easy to measure. So that is why we take boiling point and freezing point. Okay, that is one of things. This is what is this? This is a boiling point, boiling line, you can say. So this is a boiling point. 100 degrees centigrade is a boiling point, and this is freezing point. This you know from basics, is it not? Okay, freezing point. And this is heat added, H, heat at constant rate. Okay, that is done. Okay, now what happens? Now next point we will take is, now we have to understand what is absolute zero. Okay, for example, let us take, now if you say T is equal to, temperature is equal to Ts minus Ti divided by Ps minus Pi into P. That's done. Now we will put it on the graph. Let us put a graph of temperature versus pressure. Let us draw a graph of temperature versus pressure. We know at some temperature Pi, some pressure Pi, and some pressure Ps, we have set this as 0 degree centigrade. Okay, and then this we have set it as 100 degrees centigrade. This we have set it as 100 degrees centigrade. Correct? We have set it as 100 degrees centigrade. Correct? So now the question is, it will join a line here. It will have a line like this, is it not? Now this line, see, pressure can be 0. Correct? You can go for 0 pressure. Correct? Now when the pressure goes to 0, where will it meet is the question. When the pressure tends to 0, where will it meet? It will meet at a point which is minus 273.15 degrees centigrade. And this particular point is same whether we use hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, helium, any gas you use, you get at this particular point only. That is the greatness of absolute temperature. So whether you use this temperature is irrespective of the gas being used. Why irrespective of the gas being used? Because at low pressure and high temperatures, this behaves like an idea. Or low pressure only we can take, this is high temperatures only, 0 and 100 degrees high temperature for a gas. Okay, so the gas here, when you have low pressure, that is Pi and Ps is almost lesser. It is not, it is say 0.1 atmosphere or 0.01 atmosphere, and then you take the pressures. Then if you draw the line, irrespective of the medium used, the gas used inside the constant volume thermometer, we get this result, this to minus 273.15 as constant. So it is irrespective of the medium used for a thermometer. So that is why this is taken as absolute zero, T naught. So in terms of absolute zero, we can measure, say T is equal to T naught plus Ts plus this absolute temperature. So we can say this is in degree centigrade, you can say degree centigrade, T degree centigrade, and then you can say absolute temperature. Absolute temperature. No, we will not say T degree centigrade because it can be Fahrenheit also. Absolute temperature, T absolute is equal to T naught plus Ts minus Ti divided Ps minus Pi divided P. This is the greatness of absolute temperature, that it is irrespective of the medium used in the constant volume thermometer. Make sense, students? So you are getting minus 273.15 degrees centigrade, and you cannot reach below that. Nowhere in the universe you can have, say somebody says in Pluto, just like I said yesterday, we have minus 500 degrees centigrade. You can use only 2 words: bullshit. I'm sorry. It's a mechanical class, students, so we are open to use like this, correct?
Hello, sir. T naught is the same for all the fluids or liquids.
Whichever fluid you use, whether you use inside the constant volume gas thermometer, whether you use hydrogen, oxygen, or whether you use steam, anything you use, it behaves like an ideal gas, provided that PS and PI must be low. Must be low. You cannot take high pressures there. It should be low pressure. That's it. Let us write something for this. Okay.
Sir, low means it's like we have taken ice and steam temperature pressure, right, sir?
Yes. See, low pressure means, see, this pressure you can evacuate as much as possible. You can keep PI say around 10 pascal, 10 kilopascal. Let us keep it as 10 kilopascal, because our this one, and this PS can come around say 5 kilopascal. You can get that like that, is it not? Not 5, but still I'm not saying that number, but it's lesser than that. Okay, but it is in a low pressure area, is it not? It is not very high pressure. You cannot take 2 atmosphere for PS and PI. That's what I say. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, but I thought is that it fixed like PI or PS?
No, it's not fixed.
Okay. I thought it's fixed, like for water it's 0 degree fixed, so 0 degree there will be fixed pressure.
No, nothing like that.
Okay. Temperature is fixed, sir?
Huh?
Or we can take anything. Temperature.
Temperature, if you fix it at 0 degree centigrade and 100 degree centigrade, then this is minus 273. In case we take Fahrenheit scale, then it will be different. Fahrenheit, what do you say? Fahrenheit, you say this is 212 and you take this as 32. Then this number would come as minus 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit. We will see that.
Okay, sir.
It depends on what you fix, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm making it a bit faster, I suppose. That is how you get absolute temperature, students. Very important.
Sir, that graph could you tell also again, the top one?
This one over here.
The top one, yeah.
This shows this one, right? So this shows when you give constant heat here. Okay, this is not boiling line, it is boiling line. Okay, I'm sorry, boiling line. Okay, so here what is happening when you increase the heat? Let us do it in the next slide. Let me explain this in the next slide. Okay, have you written this down? Other things, have you written it down, everyone?
Yes.
See what is happening. This is a high school experiment where you take a, or you can take a pot, okay, fill it with water, okay, and close the pot, okay, close the pot, okay, then you heat it, start heating it with the same flame. When you say same flame, you are going with heat constant, okay. So you will see that, say this is initially at 25 degrees centigrade, okay. When you are giving constant heat to this, what is 25 degrees centigrade starts heating up, correct? Temperature is there, this is heat being added, okay. As heat is added more and more, the temperature rises. But will it rise same? No. After some time it will stop, and then it will go to a straight line, correct? Makes sense? And when it will go to a straight line, when this is boiling point. When it is boiling point, you add more heat, it is not increasing in temperature. That is why till when it will not change its temperature, until it becomes steam. Until everything becomes steam, nothing will happen. After everything converts into steam, then it will go still higher. So this is superheated steam, correct? This is superheated steam. This is saturated steam, correct? This one is saturated steam. This is saturated liquid. What is coming here is subcooled liquid. Makes sense, students? Then it will come here, okay? Then you have coming it over here like this. Then this is ice. Afterwards, after it is ice, total ice, then it will reduce till, correct? Makes sense? This is ice point. So why this is, that's why it is called latent heat. This is latent heat, because this is a hidden heat, correct? Because the heat what you have added is not showing up as temperature. That heat is used to change the phase, correct? Makes sense, students? This you are not aware of this? I think you are aware, but it was not understood, correct? Correct, students? And what is this? This ice point. Were you aware of this or not? Hello?
That's
You are aware, yes. Write this down also. Now, when you consider, see what we have taken the lines over there, okay? Here, what is taken this way? See, minus 273 is here, it's minus 459. Ice point, let us take like this, okay? Let us take boiling point, ice point, okay? We will take degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit. Okay. If I take that, degree Celsius boiling point is 100, Fahrenheit it is 212, okay, and ice point is 0 degrees centigrade, Fahrenheit it is 32. So now absolute zero, in case of say degree Celsius, it is minus 273.15 degrees centigrade, whereas Fahrenheit it is 459.67 degree Fahrenheit. So we can always say this one absolute zero we can say it is 0 Kelvin, very important. And here we say 0 Rankine. Rankine is a scale, keep in mind. Okay, when you say absolute scale in Fahrenheit is Rankine scale. Okay, so this is Rankine, R is Rankine, and K is Kelvin. Write this down, students. Very important. Sometimes we miss this. Let us see the conversion. Okay.
Sir, when we say saturated, it simply means that the phase transfer is complete, right?
Saturated means phase transfer is complete. Very correct.
And subcooled liquid means?
It is cooled more than required. Subcooled liquid.
Okay.
It is cooled more than saturated liquid. Correct. Just like superheated, subcooled. We are not calling it superheated liquid. We are calling it subcooled liquid. There's a lot of things at play, students. We will see it when we see pure substances. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Here I'm just introducing you, so I am purposefully not going to the depth of it, because otherwise you may get confused. So not to confuse you, I'm keeping it simple and straight. High school level, I'm keeping this. When we go to pure substances chapter, we will see all the things in its full glory. That may be helpful for Akshay in NTPC, this one, interview.
Sir, Rankine is different unit, right?
Yes, Rankine is different unit.
So 0 Kelvin and 0 Rankine both are equal.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, sir.
It is just what you call. Tomorrow I can call Ramakrishna scale, is it not? RK scale I will call. And I'll give my number arbitrary, is it not? Similar way these things are. Correct. I will call, say, for example, RK scale. Let us do that. Okay. At an RK scale, okay, RK scale, we will have boiling point as 150 and freezing point. Tell me RK is RK scale. Keep another this one.
Yes, sir.
50, okay, or 20,
Okay, sir.
25. Can you call absolute zero? What is that? Just like that. Okay. Calculate
So
absolute.
even
Can you do
so
that?
even that I should define, right?
No, with this only you can do it. How you can do it? Let us check it out. These kind of questions have appeared, students. Okay. No data given. Let us solve it. Akshay, can you help me out with this RK scale?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What you are
Sir, ಅದು 459.67 ಅಂತ.
ಅದು zero ranking. Absolute zero in Rankine scale. Minus, not plus. Minus. I'm very sorry. Minus.
Minus ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಪ್ಲಸ್.
I'm very sorry. Correct.
Yes, yes.
Minus.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಈಗೆಂತ RK ಸ್ಕೇಲ್?
RK scale. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ scale ನೋಡು. Let us check it out. Okay. Now let us check it out in RK scale. How does this come? What should we do? We know T is equal to T naught, correct? Plus we will say Ti, or we can say Ts minus Ti divided by Ps minus Pi into P. Now in the RK scale, what we are taking, let us take the RK scale here. What we have said here, okay? In the RK scale, say for example, in the general scale, okay, what is the slope? What Ts minus Ti minus Ps minus Pi say? It is the slope, is it not? So in case of, say, slope in Celsius scale, okay, slope in Celsius scale, how we can take that? Did I take something which is not proper? Let us see. Okay, so in a this is 100 100 divided by what is the pressure. Okay, so if I take, say, in let us take this as 0. Okay, let us take this as 0, that is T as temperature, T as at ice point. Let us take ice point. Okay, at ice point, if you see, what will come, this is PS only, correct? This is just a second, students. I think I have made a, I solved this. Okay.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್,
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಈಗ ಎಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಇದು ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕಾ, RK ಸೇರಿ
RK ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ 0 ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಹಾ, ಅದು we can do that comparison of scales. Comparison of scales ಮಾಡಬಹುದಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we can write T minus 25.
T minus 25, yes, 150 minus 25, correct?
ಅಲ್ಲ, T minus 25 divided by 150 minus 25 is equal to ಈಗ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ absolute minus 273.5 minus
273.15 minus
0 divided by
321 ಬರ್ತದಾ? 321 ಬರ್ತದ ಆನ್ಸರ್? 322 ಅಂತಿರ್ತೀರ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ
ಅದು ಖಾಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ
interpolation. Okay, yes, we are doing interpolation. In fact, okay, we are doing only interpolation here. Okay, I'll answer this, students, in a moment. You can do interpolation. Actually, we are doing interpolation only. Okay, what we are trying is, what I am trying to do is, I am trying to do this PS minus PI by P. That we will define, correct? So let us say, instead of T naught, okay, let me solve it and tell this, but it's possible this kind of questions may come. Okay, so we have RK scale. In RK scale, we have T is equal to T naught plus, if I say TS minus TI in RK scale is, how much is that? 125, is it not? It is 125, correct, into PS minus PS divided by PS minus PI, correct? Now this is the same whether it is RK scale, this is RK scale. Okay, whether it is RK scale or whether it is Kelvin scale or whether it is Celsius scale. So let us take Celsius scale. Okay, if you take Celsius scale, T would be equal to T naught plus 100 into PS divided by PS minus PI. In Celsius scale, we know T minus T naught. What is that? Whatever T is there, minus 273.15, correct, is equal to 100 into PS divided by PS minus PI, correct? So if I take a particular, say, temperature as 0, absolute 0, let us take absolute 0. So if I take absolute 0, this will be 0. Sorry, if you take ice point, I can take ice point also, students, correct? So if I take ice point, it will be 0, correct? So what is happening here? PS by PS minus PI, you take T is equal to 0. If I take T is equal to 0, PS divided by PS minus PI is equal to minus 273 divided by 100, correct? I don't know whether I'm doing right. Let us see. Okay, this is how it is. So PS minus PI, we get a number, correct? That number we have to put it here. So we have to say T is equal to T naught plus, what is T naught? We have to see. So we'll put this as 0 here, same temperature. Okay, ice point. No, here in ice point we will put not 0. If it is ice point, we are taking it as 25. So we put 25 here, and here what you do, instead of this you say 125 into PS minus PI is minus 273.15 divided by 100, and then you get T naught in the RK scale. Find it out.
minus 316 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
Minus 360 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? 316. Very good. So T naught is equal to minus 316. Okay, that is
ಅಶುದ್ಧ ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಬಂತ. ಅಶುದ್ಧ what did it?
Correct,
Okay.
students? So we can have any scales like that. Make sense?
Mm,
Make sense, students? Am I answering your questions? Correct. So,
Yes, sir.
like that, you have to answer. You can have similar scale. Okay. So you have got 3 scales, correct? Now let us get the relationship between that after you write this down. Okay. We will do more problems. That time you'll understand these things. Okay. So we can have any scales for that matter. This is what we did in VTU a lot of times, is it not? You people are in VTU, first chapter is taken so much of time, is it not? So these kind of questions, a lot of questions have appeared in VTU exams, is it not? Ramakrishna, you remember these type of things?
Yes, sir. There were conversions type,
Exactly.
but not this type, sir. This was like simple interpolation.
And this is also interpolation only, in fact.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but with different formula. That's it.
Yes. No, what we do is we take the formula. We have to get the idea of deriving formula. Okay. At that time, you should not take pressures. My problem is I take pressures. I say things which I don't do, students. Okay, sometimes. But you can do it. Okay, with your resolve. You can imagine this happening here. Okay, what was 100 here, which is here, which is 100 here, 0 here, goes to 25. This goes to 150. So where it should go? It should go down, is it not? So minus 316. Okay, like that interpolation event. Once it is done, one more point we will do, then we will stop. Okay, we will see the conversion because we will complete this topic. Okay, then we will stop the class. In the second session, we will see about work. Okay, how work is calculated. I hope I've started recording. Yes, saved.
Sir, here first you have taken 0 no, for calculating pressures. Sir.
Yes.
Then for calculating absolute 0, then you took 25, right, sir? Why, sir? That?
Which one? This one.
Ah, yes, sir.
I have taken arbitrary. I have asked Ramakrishna to do that. Okay. Who is this asking question? Who asked this question? Hello?
Me, sir. Prathamesh.
Prathamesh. Okay, we will have Prathamesh scale here. Okay. You tell me what number we want. Okay. So based on that, we
No,
can
sir.
get
No,
this.
sir.
Huh.
No, sir. For pressure, you took ice point in Celsius only, sir. For here, RK scale, you took 25, no, sir. Here, T equal to 0, you did.
Yes, because here in the Celsius scale, I took temperature as 0. Is it not for ice point?
Yes, sir.
So I took it there. From there, I will get PS by PS minus PI. So ice point.
Here we can't take 20. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Here ice point is 25. I cannot take 0.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
It is defined by RK here. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ಸರ್
ಹಾ
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರ
ಇದಾ ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆಯಾ?
ಹಾ ಇದೆ
ಹ್ಮ್
ಅಲ್ಲಿ -459.67 ಫ್ಯಾರನ್ಹೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಲ್ಲ 0.
ಹೌದು
ಹಾ ಓಕೆ
ಅದು ಫ್ಯಾರನ್ಹೀಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು RK ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 212 Fahrenheit, this Fahrenheit, this is Fahrenheit. This is so many degrees centigrade, degree centigrade, degree centigrade. This is RK.
Okay.
So many RK. Okay. Easy. Makes sense.
Yes.
Sir, I think if we write Kelvin in different column, it would look easier, right, sir?
Right?
Like Kelvin in different column, like Celsius, Fahrenheit,
We will do
Kelvin.
that. We will do that.
Because Kelvin is written below Celsius degree, it sometimes gets confused. Like even is it 0 Kelvin equal to 273.15 degree only, like that?
Yes, it is.
Actually, all four numbers are same, right, sir? It's in different unit. That's it.
That's
0
it.
Rankine, 0 Kelvin,
That's it.
273 degree.
That's it. This is absolute
Yes.
zero.
Yes, sir.
Absolute zero is minus 273.15 degrees centigrade. It is equal to minus 459.67 Fahrenheit is equal to minus 316 RK.
Yes, sir.
Make sense?
Yes, sir. Even it's equal to 0 Kelvin and 0 Rankine also.
Huh? Yes. Unit here is 0 Rankine, 0 Kelvin, and here we will use some other person, 0 Prathamesh, PR. Just like here use Fahrenheit, here use Rankine, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Here degree centigrade, Kelvin. So here it is RK, here it's PR. Okay. Make sense?
Sure, next time.
Okay. Now let us go further. Let us see how to do the conversion. Okay. This conversion is very important. Temperature.
Sir, could you previous slide for a minute?
Sir, if we do interpolation,
The
we are
actual
getting 316.
Huh?
If we go by this formula, we are getting 366.
we are going by this formula, you get 360, is it?
Yes, sir, 366.
I'm getting 366 point something, sir.
366. But probably. I have not done it. Whatever you have told, I have said the answer. It is 366, then it is 360.
No. By doing interpolation, we get 316, sir.
By this,
We get 366. Why is that difference?
That so much variation should not be there, sir.
Where 360, where do we get?
ಅದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹಾಕಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟು?
ಅದೇ 125 into 273 ಅದುಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಯಾವ್ದಂತ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕರ್ಸರ್ ನೋಡು ಮಾರೆ.
ಕರ್ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ.
ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 366 ಬರ್ತದೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 100 ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಉಂಟು ನೋಡು.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರೆ?
ನೀನು
ಇಲ್ಲ
ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಉಂಟು ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸರ್ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 25 is equal to T0 plus 125.
I'll come back to this. Tomorrow we will do this again. I'll tell you why the difference is or whether we have done some mistake. Okay. Will not worry about this. Okay.
T minus T naught, no sir. T naught is minus 273. So T minus of minus 273.15, right, sir?
T naught is minus. So this should be plus. Is it not? It's plus here. Correct? That's a mistake. That's what you are saying. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So it should be plus over here. It's minus 273. It is plus over here. It is plus over here. So it is 25 plus T naught. T naught will go here. Yes, this will go this one. Minus you will get. Okay, so it is minus 366 you are getting. Correct?
ಇಲ್ಲ minus 316 ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ.
16 ಸಿಗ್ತದಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ?
ಹೌದು.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ by the when you were just like that RK asked me a question, then I came with this.
ಹೌದಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲ minus 316 ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ರು, ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಅವರು ಇದ್ರನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್.
Ashutosh ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತಾ? Ashutosh, did you get it?
sir.
Yes, 316. So now there is one conversion. So it's good that everything is clear. Okay. Tk is equal to T in degree centigrade plus I have to stay in English only. Okay. I should not conversate in Kannada now. Okay. 5/9 TR. Okay. And here TR in Rankine is equal to T Fahrenheit plus 459 0.67, that is equal to 9/5 TK. Very important. Write this down, students. Very important conversion from Kelvin to degree centigrade to Rankine to Kelvin. Okay, Kelvin to Rankine, Rankine to Kelvin. Okay, very important. This is used to convert from Fahrenheit to Kelvin, because Americans are really stubborn people. They don't want to change from Fahrenheit to degree centigrade. Kelvin and degree centigrade are SI units. But we are also stubborn. We say, what is the temperature? 98 alva. We say 98 is the temperature, body temperature. We don't say 36 degree, 36.7. We don't say that, is it not? 98, not 96, 98. I'm sorry. 98 Fahrenheit is our body temperature. That corresponds to 36.7 degrees centigrade. Correct. So until we change our habits, we have to use this conversion. Okay. Yes. That completes temperature. Okay. We will meet again at 9:10. We will meet. Okay. We will have our food. I have to have my food and then I'll come. Okay. So 9:10 we will come. Today we will have only 40 minutes class. Okay. Sorry, 50 minutes class. Okay. 9:10 to 10 o'clock we will have class. Okay. Thank you very much, students. I hope you have written this down.